Hi, my name is Victoria Thompson, and this is my presentation. My topic for my research study was what affects Generation Y female consumers' backpack purchase intentions. And basically the purpose of this research is to investigate the purchase intentions for a backpack for Generation Y females. Backpacks are a very common item, especially for college students, so that's mainly what I was targeting, was the female Generation Y. And this study focuses on three key terms, which are Generation Y, purchase intentions, and brand loyalty. This research is important in understanding why exactly consumers make certain purchasing decisions and what specific factors influence them most. And this is relevant to retailers because they can really see what they need to do to continue making a profit. So I had three hypotheses with this study, and the first one was Generation Y female consumers' perception of product quality will affect their backpack purchasing intentions. My second one was price is an important factor when it comes to Generation Y female consumers purchasing a backpack. And then my last hypothesis was social media has a large influence in Generation Y female purchasing intentions. So these were the three main focuses of my study. And then if we go down, so my method, the sample for this research consisted of solely Generation Y females, ages 18 to 25, and they had to own a backpack. And so the survey was created using Qualtrics and was distributed by posting the link to my sorority's Facebook page, a private page. And so this was all consumers that are in school right now that use backpacks. And the survey was distributed for a week, and 101 participants took the survey, but only 30 surveys were used because a lot of them were incomplete. And so this was a stratified random sample because the majority of participants were, or all the participants were, from the tried out sorority. And the survey mainly asked demographic questions and psychographic questions, and then the majority of questions were multiple choice, and then there was Likert scale questions, and then a few fill-in-the-blank questions, and those were all under the main questions for this study. So my sample, which I kind of already just went over, but the sample for this research study consisted of Generation Y female consumers between the age of 18 and 25 who own a backpack. And like I said, there was 101 participants, but unfortunately a lot of them did not complete the survey, and so only 30 subjects remained. And the majority of the subjects, which was 90%, were Caucasian white, while only 6% of the subjects were Latino, and even a smaller percent, 3%, were Asian. So this was not a very diverse sample, which I think that could change for further research for sure. And then, so my data analysis for hypothesis 1, which was Generation Y female consumers' perception of product quality will affect their backpack purchasing intentions. 47% of participants said it was very important that a backpack appears to be of good quality before purchasing. It definitely appeared that, and as a woman, I can definitely say that this is a huge factor, so I was not surprised by these results. And on a 7-point Likert scale, a high median of 6.7 shows that a large majority of consumers think product quality is very important, and 93% of participants purchasing 93% of participants' purchasing decisions are influenced by the quality of the product. And I think that obviously is pretty self-explanatory, because I don't think any of us would purchase something that didn't look of quality. And so hypothesis 2, which was price is an important factor when it comes to Generation Y female consumers purchasing a backpack. 90% of the participants believe price is influential when purchasing a backpack, and 77% believe that price discount is also influential. 60% of the participants believe that a higher priced backpack is a safer option rather than purchasing a lower priced backpack. And 90% also stated that price affects their perception of the product. I think that this, again, is something that did not come surprising to me at all with the results, just because price does play a huge factor in purchasing. And so this is why I created this as one of my hypotheses. And even if it's, some people look at it as the more expensive product is a better decision, while others base their purchasing decisions off of price discount and they want the better deal. And so that's, and if you look at right here where this the pie charts are, you can see that the price or the wow, I can't spit out my words. Product quality is very influential, and then the price and price discount, as you can see, the green is the influential, and then red, neutral, and blue is not influential. So for my third hypothesis, this came kind of as a surprise to me. The third one was social media has a large influence in Generation Y female purchasing intentions. And although past research definitely supported this hypothesis, this specific study and research and with the survey did not support this. The hypothesis was not supported by this specific research study, because this study found that 46% of consumers only felt neutral towards social media being influential when purchasing a backpack, and then the majority of the other 54% left over said that social media was not influential at all. And this really surprised me because, I mean, we're all on social media all the time, and regardless of whether it's a backpack or not, I really expected social media to play a lot bigger of a role, just because people follow things like Nike, Patagonia, the North Face, on like Instagram, Facebook, things like that. And so, and this is such a, what do you call it, a technology like generation. So I was really, really surprised by those results. So, let's see, going over. So, in conclusion, the researcher accepted two of the hypotheses by concluding that Generation Y females want a backpack that is of quality. Even before the purchase has been made, consumers make sure that the backpack appears to be of quality. Hypothesis 2 can also conclude that price is a very influential factor when Generation Y females purchase a backpack, while social media, like I said, was not nearly as influential. The study concluded that consumers look at higher priced backpacks as a safer option, like I said, rather than a cheaper backpack. In conclusion, quality and price affect Generation Y female consumers' purchase intentions. The study also found, it was interesting because durability went hand in hand kind of with the quality of the product, and so durability was one of the factors that was very, very influential for purchase intentions for the subjects that took the survey. And this wasn't very surprising because if you think about it, durability and quality kind of go hand in hand. And along with that, color had a very large influence. This wasn't very surprising just because I know personally that if I was going in to buy a backpack and I wanted a black one and they only had like a pink one, I wouldn't buy it because I would want a black one. So this didn't come as a huge shock to me, but a lot of the participants definitely said color was a huge factor when purchasing a backpack. And Generation Y female consumers quote here, this is from previous research, 3 important components that appear to be key to store patronage and decisions are the retailer's store image, quality of the store merchandise, brand sold, and price and promotions. Consumers use certain cues and signals for these components: store name, brand name, and price discounts. So previous research definitely supported these conclusions as well. And then implications and recommendations for further studies. The results of this research study are very relevant and helpful to retailers, and previous research said had the same, besides social media, had the same conclusions, and just how influential price and quality are. And as a whole, this research really is beneficial to retailers because it allows them to see what really influences these consumers, and we're such a influential group as a whole, Generation Y, and so I think that it's wise that retailers look into what consumers really want and what they like about products, and this in the long run can help them gain profits because they're constantly going to be satisfying these customers. And then for further for the future research, I think it'd be smart to would be definitely wise to use more of a varied or diverse sample. Like I said, I distributed this survey through my sorority's Facebook page, which limited just to, like I said, Caucasian white females, and it wasn't a very diverse group, and I think it'd be smarter to go on campus and give it very randomly out to just whoever for a much more diverse sample. And then along with that, I think it'd be smart to add males in the mix because then you get kind of a more, males wear backpacks too, so then you're getting kind of more of a legit, or not legit, but clear results, because you can see the opinions of guys and girls, and you can also see the differences in both of those if there are any. And then along with that, I think that a larger sample size is a way to improve this study, because this study was limited to 30 subjects, which created great results, but I think that a larger study would provide definitely a more I'm trying to think of the word, a better or clear results, better results, more just more clear results, because the study or the sample would be much bigger and you'd be getting the opinions of a lot more people. So anyways, so in conclusion, this is all of my PowerPoint, and I hope that this helps people understand what really does affect Generation Y female consumers' backpack purchase intentions. Thank you.